Aries, how you doing today? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Tuesday, September 23rd through Thursday, September 25th. You might say, Cheryl, that's not a week, and I tell you, I know. I'm sorry. These are late out this week, and I apologize for that. But I am here now, so let's do this. I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings to get you through your weekend, and that should pretty much do it. We're just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk about, okay? All right, this one right here is going to be for my Aries. Okay, let's see where we start. We're going to start this one off with the Lovers. Okay, there you go. Followed by the Hierophant, okay? And the challenge position is the Two of Swords. So this is your backstory. This is telling me where's our starting point that we're working forward from in this reading, okay? And for you, it is the Lovers to the Hierophant. So the Lovers is all about some situation you have that's currently heavily laden with emotion, right? I mean, this is some sort of a love situation you're involved in. The Hierophant being the next card tells me that either this is a higher level of commitment that you are trying to decide whether or not to continue to push forward in, or this is a love situation that you are deciding whether or not to take to the next level, right? To take it to a higher level of commitment. Either way, the challenge here is the decision that needs to be made concerning this said relationship, okay? So this is already happened. This is where we're working from, okay? All right, so that's what we got. What do we got in the current? So where are we doing? That's where we're working from. Where are we at currently? Currently, we've got Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the challenge is the Four of Cups. Okay, so currently what you know for certain is that you have to get your life, which is this boat right here, you have to get it somehow steered out of the choppy water it's currently in. So it's currently sitting in a situation where there's chaos and uncertainty around it. That's not working for you because you can't build on top of that, okay? So this boat needs to be pushed up into calmer water or solid ground. So you're trying to get out of this chaos. The next card over is the Eight of Wands. This is talking about communication in general. So I feel like there maybe there's a breakdown in the communication between the two of you. One of you obviously is already positive they want to move forward with this and go to another level, is what I feel like. And the other person involved is not so positive, but positive they don't want to lose the person that they started over, right? So, okay. So the challenge right now is this Four of Cups. So the challenge is the fact that somebody, either one of you or both of you, is not satisfied with the current state of affairs. You're not satisfied with where it's at currently. Okay, so that we got that far. Now where are we going to go in the near future? So this is one of those where you got to shit or get off the pot, right? This is what somebody's saying. Somebody's going to have to pull this together or let it go, right? That's how I feel. Okay, what do we got here? In the near future, I've got the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, and then the Sun. Okay, so in the near future, pulling the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords tells me that, for what it's worth, okay, both of you are somewhat being immature and self-serving in what you want. Okay, both of you are not necessarily taking the time to see this from the other person involved's point of view. Okay, that's what we got there. Page of Cups, this person is somewhat, the Page of Cups person is somewhat delusional. They're somewhat got their head in the clouds and they're not necessarily looking at everything realistically. Okay, they live in a fantasy land a little bit and don't understand the reality of things. The Page of Swords, this is somebody who's looking for clarity in an indirect manner. You know what I'm saying? Lots of mental energy, lots of trying to learn things, not necessarily knowing how to take those things that they've learned and put them into practical use, right? And then the Sun is the challenge, and the Sun is the challenge because now that is being illuminated to both of you. So both of you are suddenly having to look at each other's faults here in the near future. Both of you are coming to the realization that you both have a lot of growing to do, as does the other person you're involved with here. So, what are we going to do with that information? Let's see. What do I got? I've got the Fool, okay, the Hangman, and the Seven of Wands. This is really what we started with all over again, right? We still have one person who's totally ready to take a leap of faith towards a higher level of commitment here. The other person is still feeling stuck and not sure if they want to. And then we have a ton of defensiveness. So I don't know that we've made any strides in any direction yet, Aries. Now I've got the Nine of Cups, the Strength card, and the Emperor. Well, the Emperor is your card, okay, Aries? So you're standing in your strength here, but I do get the feeling you're feeling somewhat weak towards this situation. I'm not sure that you have settled exactly on what your wish fulfillment is, but I do believe that you know you don't wish for this to necessarily end. So I feel like you're being bullied into a corner for some of you. Like, this other person knows what they want, you're not sure what you want, and they are pushing you. All right. Well, it's not easy to push an Emperor, so if you actually get pushed, I would say you let it happen. So let's see what else we got. The High Priestess, the Death card, and the Justice card. I don't know how long you have kept this person waiting while you were unsure, Aries, but it looks like it's been long enough. It looks like you're going to have to make your mind up here, okay? There definitely needs to be some sort of transformation here with the Death card. But the High Priestess, I believe that you need to lean on your intuition and figure out what it is you want to do. Justice. Justice is playing out here. It is. Like I said, I don't know how long this other person has waited. Possibly they've waited more than a significant amount of time, and it is absolutely beyond time for you to figure this out. That's how I feel. 3 more, and we'll do the days of the week. I have the Star card, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. Yeah. You're going to have to figure this out, or I don't know, maybe this person has threatened before that if you couldn't hold up your end of the bargain or move forward, they might leave. If they threaten it this time, they mean it with the Tower at the end there. I mean, you're going to have to figure this out and allow this to evolve to where this person wants it to be, or I think they will exit the situation for good. I think they had a limit on how long they could wait, and I think that passed a while back, so... That's what I see here. Okay, Tuesday, what do we got? I've got the 5 of Swords and the King of Cups. You're fighting to keep your emotions stable. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday. Wednesday, I've got the World card and the Ace of Swords. Just understand that when this person tells you it's now or never, now or I'm out of here, that's the truth this time. Okay, they will close this cycle over it. Okay, and Thursday, I have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. You're feeling wounded by the fact that you're being pushed into a corner, but I don't think you've been pushed into a corner suddenly. I feel like this is something that you saw coming for a long time, and you've taken a lot of time to try to make your mind up, is how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it. Okay. All right, give me 3 more and we're out of it. I've got the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. You have a ton of history with this person, okay? But they want this recognition. So I don't know if they want a title or if they want a kid, or I'm not sure what they want, but whatever it is they want it, and you know they want it because they've told you, and they've told you over and over again, and you kind of agreed to it but told them to wait, and they're done waiting, is how I feel about this. 10 of Swords on the very end here is how they feel because you are not coming through with something they feel like you promised, or you led them to believe something that was down the way is something that's not coming through. That's how I see it if you don't come through. Okay? All right, I hope that made sense. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the greatest week you possibly can. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, can you hit the tap the share, follow, like, I don't know, any of them. All of them. Just tap all the little buttons on the side there. Comment. It helps me a lot. It does. It helps me with the algorithm. It helps me to get the video out there better. It makes my day. There you go. And I appreciate you greatly for doing it. If anybody's looking for a private reading, just send me a message. I will get you the details and we'll work it out. As you know, I'll never reach out to you first. If somebody does, that's not me. It's a fake, a phony, and a fraud. It's not me. Okay? I don't have a backup account. This is it. So you DM me. I get you details. Then we work it out. That's how that goes. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.